Welcome to the Raps Drinking with the Stars at the Toronto International Film Festival, presented by SodaStream. I'm Jeff Snyder, film reporter for TheWrap.com, and we're here with Chris Evans, the director, producer, and star of Before We Go. For the folks at home, tell us a little bit about Before We Go. What is it about?
Sure. It's one of those movies that's kind of an all-night New York movie. It's two strangers who meet in Grand Central and spend the night getting to know one another. I mean, those are the broad strokes. Each character has some damage and some history, some things they're running from. And they kind of, throughout the night, find a trust and a camaraderie within each other.
Now, you star opposite Alice Eve.
That's right.
And you're playing, is it a musician, a saxophonist?
Trumpet player.
A trumpet player, okay.
Yeah.
Now, had you played the trumpet before? Did you have to learn for this movie?
No, yeah, I did. I mean, I wouldn't say I had to learn. I mean, I still am awful. I had to learn the fingering. You know, I wanted to make sure that my fingering would actually be aligned with what would actually be played. But as far as actually making the sound come out of the trumpet, ooh, it's bad. It's not an easy instrument. It really is difficult.
No, it's very tricky. This is your directorial debut.
Yeah.
Why now? Why was it, the time to cash in all your chips, that you've amassed as an actor and make the leap?
Yeah. I've always wanted to do it. It was just a matter of finding the right time. There's always, when it comes to acting, there's always another job. And you just kind of, whenever you think, after this, I'm going to take some time and make this happen, then all of a sudden another opportunity arises and you just kind of follow it. And it just, the years started getting away from me, and I was like, man, I'm in my 30s, and I got to do this. I've wanted to do it for years. I've been talking about it for a while. Time to do it. And I just, went for it.
Now, tell me about the casting of Alice Eve, who I actually think is a really talented dramatic actress.
Yeah.
I loved her in this little Bryan Cranston movie that came out last year. How did you settle on her as your sparring mate?
You gonna suit up?
Cheers.
Why not? How did we settle on Alice Eve? Alice was... this is Mark Casson, my producing partner over here.
Hey, Mark.
We met with a few women, and Alice just seemed to have a really healthy understanding of the role, really smart girl. Initially, we wanted a British actress, and that was a big selling point. And then she decided she didn't want to be British, and that's fine, because she actually is phenomenal at the American accent, and it actually worked out really well.
Had you made any shorts beforehand?
No, this was literally the first thing I'd ever done. So it was really it was a bold leap, but I think it worked out.
You weren't nervous at all?
Terrified, of course, you know what I mean? But that's part of, I think any new endeavor is going to be a nerve-wracking process.
Now, you worked with, was it Bill Immerman and the Baldwins and McGee and Mary on this?
Right. Well, Bill Immerman and the Baldwins were the people who had the project.
Oh, okay.
So we went to them, and they were kind enough to let us make it. Then I took it to Mark Casson, and Mark Casson and I went out and paired up with Wonderland, yeah.
Okay, and you had just worked with McGee on A Many Splintered Thing, right?
That's right.
Okay. So, I mean, did that make it a little bit easier, having a pre-existing relationship?
Yeah, I suppose so. Anytime you can work with someone who knows who you are, I mean, they were enthusiastic and willing to work with me. I think even on Splintered Thing, I had talked about wanting to direct, so I think they were fairly confident.
And how does it feel to have your very first movie, get accepted into a festival like Toronto? Have you been up here before?
Yeah, I've been up here a couple times. It's intimidating, it's nerve-wracking, but we're glad to be up here.